Mr. Anthony Peter is a committed and dedicated professional who is able to teach, motivate, and direct students to maximize performance by encouraging collaboration and thinking skills.
Welcome everyone. We can start the NEET Crash course, and today we are going to discuss about fluid mechanics, right? So we are going to discuss about some of the questions from fluid mechanics. So this is our first question for today. That is, the change in the energy when a big drop splits into n droplets is. So I think all of you understand the question. That is, what is the energy change when a bigger drop splits into n droplets? That is, initially we have a larger drop, then somehow we are splitting that larger drop into 8 small droplets. Okay, so they are asking what is the change in energy when a converted into or splitted into 8 single drops. Clear? Yes, the first question is for Shruti. So what is the parameter that is constant when a single droplet is converted into 8 droplets?
Its volume will be constant, sir.
Yes, correct, exactly. When a drop is splitted into 8 droplets or n number of droplets, in the question they said that it is n droplets. So imagine that a drop here is splitted into n droplets. Then in that case, the volume will remain constant. If you take 1 glass of water and split that 1 glass of water into 8 glasses, after when you combine all this, you should get the same quantity of water, right? Therefore, we can say the volume of water is constant in this case. Okay. So we can, as Rudy said, the volume of the bigger drop is equal to the volume of the smaller drops. N times the volume of the smaller drop, because we have n smaller drops. Clear? What is the volume of a drop? It is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Since the radius of the larger drop be capital R and the radius of the smaller drops be small letter r. So what is the volume of the bigger drop? It is 4 by 3 pi r cube. That is equal to n times 4 by 3 pi small r cube. The small r represents the radius of the smaller drops. In this equation, you can cancel the common terms so that you will be getting r cube is equal to n times r cube. Clear? Or you can write capital R is equal to n times or n raised to 1 by 3 times r. Clear? So this is the relation between the radius of the bigger drop and the smaller drop. Clear? This is the relation between the radius of the bigger drop and the smaller drop. Now, what happens to the surface area when one drop is 8 drops? So what happens to the surface area? Imagine that initially you have 1 glass of water and you are splitting that 1 glass of water into 2 glasses. So what happens to the surface area? The surface area actually doubles, right? You have a surface on the first glass as well as you are creating a surface on the second glass also. So what happens when one drop is splitted into 8 drops or n drops? Actually, the surface area is increasing even though its volume is constant. Okay. So what happens here? The surface area of the smaller drops, the surface area of the n smaller drops will be larger than the surface area of the first drop. Now, what is in the question they have given that T is the surface tension. So what is the relation between surface tension and energy? I will ask this question to Anupama. What is the relation between surface tension and energy? Yes, surface tension is the energy per meter square. So what is surface tension? In the question they are saying that it is T. So T is the energy per meter square, which means that it is the energy for 1 unit area, clear, or 1 unit area, clear, or 1 meter square, if you consider the surface of a drop for 1 meter square, its energy is equal to its surface tension. So what is the energy of a drop? What is the energy of a drop having surface area A? Anupama said that the surface tension is the energy of a drop for 1 meter square or per meter square. Now, what is the energy of the drop for a surface area for area A? This question is for Sonia. So, what is the total energy of the drop for if it has an area A? Yes, yes.
Surface.
Yes, oh, yes, that's right. Because surface tension is the energy for 1 meter square. Then if the area is A, the total energy is surface tension multiplied by that area. That is surface tension multiplied by area will give you the energy for that area. Okay. But in the question they are not asking for, I think they are asking for change in energy. They don't want the total energy. They only want the change in energy. So we can just modify this equation that Anupama, that Sonia said, that is energy is equal to, or we will write change in energy because they are not asking for the total energy. That is the change in energy or the increase in energy, that is equal to surface tension multiplied by change in area. Clear? We don't here they are not asking for the complete energy of the drop. They are only asking for the increase in energy. So we can take surface tension multiplied by increase in area. What is the increase in area here? It is the area. When you split one glass of water into 2 glasses, actually you are increasing its area. So the surface tension will be more for the 8 or the n smaller droplets. So what is the total area of this n small drops? That is n times 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square is the area of one drop. You are multiplying it with n minus area of the bigger drop 4 pi capital R square. This is the change in area multiplied by tension will give you the change in energy. Clear? Now we can look at the options. In all the 4 options there is capital R but there is no small letter r. So in our equation there is capital R and also small r. So this will not give you a answer that in the option. So to get the option you have to convert this small letter r in terms of the capital R. So how can you convert that? We already derived an equation, the relation between capital R and small letter r. Okay. So instead of small letter r, we can write small letter r in terms of capital R. That is, from this equation we can write r is equal to r capital R raised to 1 by 3, or you can write r raised to n minus 1 by 3. So substitute this value of small letter r in this equation. That is capital R n raised to minus 1 by 3, and you have to take the square here. Minus 4 pi r square. Clear? Now you only simplifying is needed to get the answer. That is, I am writing 4 pi n here and r square n raised to minus 2 by 3. Clear? Minus 4 pi r capital R square. So this will be equal to t times 4 pi r square. Here we have 2n, that is, one is n raised to 1 multiplied by n raised to minus 2 by 3. So we can write n raised to 1 minus 2 over 3 minus 4 pi r square. Okay. So t times 4 pi r square. What is n raised to minus 1 by 3 minus 2, 1 minus 2 by 3. So we can simplify that. So you will be, if you take the LCM, you will be getting 3 minus 2 divided by 3, right? Okay. So what is this? Ah, yes, 1 by 3, yes. So 4 pi r square n raised to 1 by 3 minus 4 pi capital R square. Now how will you simplify? what we can do? We have so many terms common here, right? I think 4 pi r square is common here. Okay, yes. Yes, common here. Okay, yes. Yes, take the common terms outside. 4 pi capital R square T. Yes. 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 And just check whether this is there any of the option.
Minus, but
I think it is 4 pi r square n raised to 1 by 3 minus 1. So which is the answer? Look at the option. We find the answer, that is option B, right?